Hi, hello, so I'm Anarchy Aquarius, and I know it's late and Artfight has restarted, but I wanted to come out and talk about my characters anyways. Today I'm talking about my characters from my story, Crown of the Silence. My story is set in a semi-medieval fantasy with magic. After the new king, Andre, comes into power, magic is banned. Not that that stops the king from using magic, but slowly over time, magic is forgotten. Its old practices are not used, and people are arrested for using books and other magic elements that aren't their cause. Cause are an individual's magic which they're born with. For example, Ollie, our main character, can turn invisible. Ollie is who I'm currently drawing. Ollie is a young king who wants to help people who are in the same circumstances of him, living in the slums of the kingdom. He tries to join a startup rebellion, but his sister Sam, who raised them after they both became orphans, won't let him, saying if he joins, he'll sign his life away. Ollie spends most of the story rebelling and going on missions for Lear, a rebellion leader, until Ollie discovers a secret of the king that he isn't meant to and is framed for murder by the kingdom. This leads to Sam discovering him going behind her back, and they have a massive argument where he discovers she is a guard for the kingdom. Feeling betrayed and hurt, he flees only to get caught on a riot between the people and the kingdom. Someone he cares dearest for gets killed in the riot, and his last memory is screaming for his sister before a world fades to black and he awakes with no memories of himself. I don't want to spoil my story too much, so that's all I'm going to go on for Ollie, but this is Act 1 stuff. I keep my story separated from Act 1 and Act 2. Sam is Ollie's older sister. Her core is telepathy. After witnessing the death of her parents who are guards, she becomes the sole family to Ollie. She spends years wandering and looking for a place to call home, and that's when she meets Leo and his grandma. They let her and Ollie find refuge in their house. As they grow, Leo and Sam become intertwined in a romantic relationship until they have to break it off due to life goals. Leo wants to start a rebellion, and Sam wants to join the guards because of the stable income they provide and find out why her parents were killed. She spends a day trying to befriend her snarky and rough-demeaned co-worker Tom. After a near-fatal mission, her and Tom fight, where it is revealed Tom is from a magical ancient family line, despite being the son of the head chief of the kingdom, a man notorious for being hateful against those of magic descent. After this lapse of vulnerability, the two become close friends. Sam comes home one day to discover Ollie is still doing rebellion jobs for Leo after being told not to, which leads them to the fight where Ollie ends up running and she chases after him, but both get caught in a bloody riot. Leo's there trying to stop it and both look for Ollie, but before they can find him, someone, I'm not saying their name because spoilers, is deadly hurt and Sam stays back to care for them. After the riot, she can't find Ollie anywhere and finds his cloak on the floor. She breaks down Stobby and goes to Tom to see if she can help him, since he's a prominent guard member. She discovers him in a cell in the kingdom and breaks him out. Both are now reeling with the fact that the kingdom is not what it says it is, and trying to discover where Ollie went. Now for my lineup. Since I've talked about Sam and Ollie, I'll talk about everyone else and won't involve them in my lineup. The little character next to Sam, who was the first character in the lineup, her name is Spider. Her core is spiderwebs, which got her the nickname Spider. She is a happy-go-lucky character who wants to help and joins Leo's mission to change the kingdom. She lives with her sick mother, who can't get any help because of her powers, not powers, but core, who believes Spider is going to school all day and not in a rebellion clubhouse. She sees Ollie, Sam, Leo as her siblings and family. Leo is an inventor who wants to help, but he might seem like a strange dude, but after being raised by his magic-loving grandmother, who wouldn't be? Leo lost his parents and older sister in a riot as a child and deeply injured his leg, making him dependent on a cane, which he built himself to be a backup weapon. Because of his core power being electricity, he gets extremely cold incredibly fast, so you always see him with blankets around his shoulders, or his beanie on his head. Tom. Tom is the next in the lineup. Tom is a rough-demeaned character who was raised by his father after being estranged by his mother and youngest sibling, and then left by them when they passed. He wants to be the best and without anyone's help, and that's why he acts so badly when partnered with the sponge student, someone from the slums, Sam, who he believes will only drag him down. For all his notions of the kingdom being righteous and fair, it all comes to a stop when he sees an unknown figure, Ollie, dragged through the kingdom. Ash is a librarian who works in the kingdom's library, obviously, and becomes best friends later on with Spoiler. Librarians don't have to abide by the kingdom's law about magic, like other few professions, also getting to bypass the law of no magic in the kingdom, even though the kingdom uses magic. Their core is prophecy, being able to see the future. They often hide their grim knowledge with a smile. They are an elf who lived in the kingdom with their dad. Rylan is a stoic and cold person, their core being levitation, which helped him greatly become head archivist and Ash's superior. She is a parent-like figure for Spoiler and Ash. Amira is a rowdy but stern teacher. She works as a higher-up guard for the kingdom, being the person who teaches new soldiers. Her assignment currently is to train the new prince, Spoiler. She doesn't go in the action a lot, as her core, being fire, makes it dangerous for her to wear any armor. She became a ward of the kingdom after being found by a guard who caused the death of her family. She cares for the kingdom for all it does, and despite her good meaning, she lets a lot of bad go because of her rose-colored glasses for the kingdom. Now, King Andre. He's the king and has a friendly personality, grandfather personality. His story is a big spoiler, so I'm not sure what to talk about with him. His core is subtle emotional control. He can push emotions like calmness or rage onto other people. My last person is Rasha. She's just spoilers. She is an entity and came from a book after being trapped there for centuries. They don't understand humans, but that's just Rasha. And that's all my characters. I'll include, you'll probably see, but I've included my Artfight reference sheets at the end, and you'll see a main character from each of my stories. Crown of the Silent, Coffin Cup, Rolling, Calamity, and Crimshaw. Please attack me.